Congratulations, young woman. That was quite an impressive display of command proficiency and valor. Humility is virtuous indeed. However, the best of troops are useless without a good commander. You would do well to remember this.
Unfortunately, you will get to test your abilities again soon. Except Asia Minor is still not under control.
Cotta failed. The Pontic army has now laid siege to Chalcedon. The pirates will retreat to Asia to support their patron, Mithridates Megas.
We do not know. Mithridates' forces vastly outnumber Cotta's legion. We must transfer our troops to Asia and quickly subjugate the region. Hopefully, we will break the siege in time to save our fellow Romans.
When do we leave?
Make your preparations. We leave at dawn's first light.
At your service, Legate. Do you think it is time to celebrate? I have a jug of wine I've been saving for special occasions. It tastes terrible, but it should do the trick for now. We'll open it tonight. It is unfortunate that our forces in Asia Minor have failed. But see it as an opportunity. Now we play a more prominent role. This is your chance to truly shine. Do not waste it. There's no knowing for sure. The tales people tell of Mithridates Megas make him out to be a god. But honestly, I think with Lucullus commanding the legions, not even gods can stand in our way. Our need to save Cotta complicates matters, that much is true. But the greatest commanders see opportunity where others can only see misfortune. Don't waste this opportunity.
Domina. You are a gifted commander. I am sure this will only be the first of your many conquests. It is easy to get drunk on the fumes of victory. Please do not forget why you are doing this. Ah, home. It's a beautiful and ancient land, but no one can truly know it. This campaign will be a test of your capabilities. You must be ready for anything. Asia Minor may look beautiful and inviting, but do not be deceived. Tartarus is not too far away from the Elysium.
What do you need? It was to be expected. I am content, but a bit disappointed. It was easy and not interesting enough. But mostly because there's no crowd to cheer for us. Without an audience, victory feels hollow. I will need to think about this. I am looking forward to fighting again. And I am looking forward to having my feet firmly planted on soil again, too. I don't get sick at all. But I do not trust the floor when it moves so much.
The pirates are getting bolder. They attacked another one of our galleys this morning.
Geminus tell
That's close enough.
That's right.
This is the second time his galley's been attacked, and yet he still lives.
Are we, Legate? I'm just a Legion blacksmith, not a magician. If you have something particular in mind, we'll talk. But I'm still as busy as I was before you were promoted. You'll have to leave one of your people with me to help out with your commissions. From what I hear, you barely have an anvil over there. Perhaps you should make sure you have the tools I'd need. Then I'll consider it.
With Carter's fleet defeated, it will take some time to move the legions into Asia.
We should relocate Legio Victrix first. Your legionari have been sitting idle too long, Consul, and just about put down roots.
Agreed. The task of picking our path to Chalcedon will be up to you. Scout ahead with the speculatores, then use Victrix to pacify the province. I will follow with Legio Prima Italica to help you hold the territory you take. Pontus has invaded Asia before. Carter was made proconsul to keep Mithridates from making another attempt. Something is different this time. Pontus has support among the local population. We have to treat Asia as hostile territory. King Mithridates has been building bridges with them for years, while exploiting the rift between the factions of the Senate. It is excellent statecraft.
They are traitors, the lot of them.
Crucify them. Let their deaths serve as an example for the rest.
The rebels know our tactics, and they won't be afraid to fight dirty. We shouldn't underestimate them.
The bulk of Mithridates' army is besieging Kazikos, the only city in Asia that resisted him. With his local allies, he is too great a force for us to face. If you can discover a way to turn the other regions here against Mithridates, and make them withdraw their forces from the siege, that would aid us greatly.
What about the traitor? The one who lured the Legion into Archelaus' ambush. He should be killed, like the cockroach he is.
Good that you mention it. I believe we may have found him. A centurion called Cassius. He has been missing since the ambush, but a local fisherman admitted to taking him to the mainland. He speaks the local language and had family in Lesbos. Not precisely, but it appears he was originally from Troas. I would say it's a safe bet you'll find him somewhere in that region. He probably had help. Jumping to conclusions is unproductive. But I suspect he's working for Vitellius Skywiller.
Forgive me, Domine, but what makes you think so?
It's merely a suspicion. We shall talk about this later. Remember, he's no use to us dead. Visit me in my legion's camp when you have questioned him.
If we're talking about interrogating spies, Calidus should be part of this. Where is he?
It would not surprise me to find he's been standing right behind us this whole time.
What do you need?
At your service, Legat.
Domina.
This is not the time to talk about that! I had a feeling you knew about it. I just couldn't figure out why you didn't bring it up. I didn't mean to pull you into my deception. I just wanted to give you a little more time to earn my trust. Well, not from you. But Caeso and Cineros hardly ever leave your side. Getting you alone to talk has proven difficult. I wouldn't have undertaken this if I didn't like to be around men, but I will be glad to have another woman with me.
It's about time you two met.
I could never have maintained the deception for so long without the Consul's help.
Callida had more than proven her worth by the time she revealed the truth to me. It was her actions that gave me the idea to hide you among the Legion as well.
For a spy, your disguise wasn't very convincing. But our little group is already led by a woman, so I figured, what's the harm in adding another?
By all the gods, you are a great woman.
Oh, wonderful. It's turning into a whole thing.
When this war is over, I will court you. You and I will produce strong children.
I will attempt to take that as a compliment. Thank you, Legate. I'm sorry I lied to you.
You have every right to feel betrayed. But I want you to keep Julia Callida in your contubernum. Militarily, you're an irreplaceable asset together.
For what it's worth, I want to stay.
I'll leave you two to catch up. I have an invasion to plan.
How do you wish to deploy? Archium Latius Extendite! The men are close enough to engage. Che te fila! Enemy equites are charging our formation! Routed! Instate hostibus! Eos persequimini!
At your service, Legate.
Legate, I am at your service.
Oh, hey, Legate. You...
Need something? Salve, Domina.
Our way, Legate. If you have a moment, there's a matter which I believe urgently requires your attention. Although our Legion is quite new, they're already demonstrating superior discipline and devotion. Unfortunately, no matter how successful a military engagement is, sometimes the pacification of a region demands your personal attention. It is enough to take control, but not enough to keep it. Pockets of resistance will always remain, and voices of dissent will be raised now and then. Indeed, we are dealing with human beings after all. Not at all. Your attention will be reserved for more important things. I would suggest that you delegate this kind of task to someone you trust, however. I would ask that you send members of your Praetorian Guard, supervised by someone from your personal contubernium. There is no king. Remember, this country is rightfully a province under our republic. As we regain control, it is unfortunately inevitable that we must put in some work to stabilize each region again under Rome. With all due respect, I'm not in charge of Legio Victrix. You are responsible for making decisions. I can only give you my advice. Remember, Legate, until we take care of any such disturbances, we won't be able to control any territory we have captured. Left unextinguished, the embers of rebellion can turn into a roaring inferno. Our dominance on land depends partly on our dominance of the seas, Legate. Unfortunately, we have discovered the Greeks are building a new navy somewhere. We do not know. They seem to be changing the location of their shipyards constantly. What we do know is that they're transporting vast quantities of lumber. We don't. But most of the pirates here seem to be working for Mithridates Megas. So that's a safe assumption. They seem to be adept at this kind of clandestine operation. Besides, this is their land. They know the landscape inside out. We can intercept their lumber shipment and kill everyone. That should slow them down. Enough for us to actually find their shipyards. Our way, Legate. Morale has been better, Many Legionari seem disillusioned by the progress of the war. But the situation is far from unsalvageable. I believe a few victories is all the men need to rally around your command. We're nearly at full strength. We could use a few more recruits to fill the ranks, but we're ready to complete whatever task you set for us. With a little more experience, I believe Legio Victrix will soon be the finest fighting force ever to serve Rome. I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be in better shape. We have many Legionari still missing in action from the recent fighting. Until they show up, or until we find them dead, we cannot replace them with fresh recruits.
At your service.
I can't believe that idiot led us into an ambush like that.
Well, we won't have to deal with this crap anymore, at least.
Oh, Legate. Would you and your Praetorian guards spar with my Contubernium? It would be an honor.
This angle.
Do not waver! The gods are watching!
Lure them closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
Someone help me! Let me take a look.
I think this is the last of them.
Come on, know when to quit.
It's always an honor to spar with you and your people, Legate.